Hello from Mexico. We are in Valle de Bravo right now. We stopped right outside of our friend's house. They're staying here for a couple months. And we just took a few days off. It's been amazing. My sister actually flew in and we all just hung out and explored this beautiful area. But now we're ready to head off again.
And yesterday I spent some time just getting the bus ready, cleaning it up. We've had the bus parked up and it is super dusty here. And I just checked and the solar panels are absolutely filthy. So we're pulling in only a fraction of what we should be. Check this out. This is really, really filthy. So luckily I have a power washer, jet washer that I've just rigged up, and I'm gonna use it to spray down the solar panels, clean up a few bits on the bus. Now what I'm quite wary about is there's all of these power cables literally like inches from my head, and there's like a spaghetti junction of electrical cables there, there's a bunch of junction boxes down there, super sketch. So I'm just gonna try and be as careful as I can spraying, because I'm not gonna electrocute myself. Okay, the water tank is filling. I've run a hose, the tap in the place we're staying, and we've got this little filter as well, which you can buy at RV parks and stuff. I had to learn the hard way that you really do need one of these. As we were coming into Valle de Bravo, there were some very steep, windy, narrow streets, and again, I hit the bottom of the box and the frame broke again. It's actually snapped over here this time, so I think I'm gonna have to re-weld that corner. And now the bus is ready to go, and we need to hit the road because the next place we're going to is called Tepoztlan.
We'll put it here. We're not sure how to pronounce
Tepoztlan.
it.
Apparently it's one of the magical towns in Mexico. We need to try and get there before dark. I've just checked, and if we leave right now, we're gonna get there 10 minutes after the sun sets. So we might be driving just at the beginning of twilight to get there.
And our drive here to get to the spot was pretty brutal, and everything opened, our plates smashed. It was pretty crazy. So we're just hoping that we can get out easily. The crazy road where everything fell off last time, but Lou's doing really well, taking it very slow.
Real slow.
And we've now secured where the plates and everything are. This is what opened last time and just everything fell out. But everything's going well. Ooh. Okay.
Okay, we're about to get back into the road.
You did it!
I think we did it.
So there's these speed bumps that are like inverted, they dip down. And on the way that we were driving to our friend's house, we drove over it and the back like scraped, and he had to re-weld it again. And we just heard it scrape again, so I think we're gonna have to pull over and double check that everything's okay. Except there's nothing you can do to avoid it. It's like literally a hole in the middle of the road.
So we heard the box hit on the bottom as we went over one of those bumps, and I'm having a look now. I think we're good. I think we're actually good. Wow, 250. Gracias.
Oh my god, look at the size of these pots. Wow.
So this back tyre pretty flat. And I couldn't pump it up the other day, so I'm getting it pumped up now. Right, we're getting pulled over by the police. Yeah. Okay. That was really nice. I literally have no idea why they stopped us. Probably just curiosity.
Yeah, I think so. We're on
But
a small side road where probably not that much happens. So.
yeah. There's the police driving off. Also,
Ooh, look at that sun.
check this sunset out. This is unreal. Okay, so we've just been cut off by police. They just pulled in front of us because I guess they're angry that we didn't stop. I don't know what's going on. Wow, literally the police are like blocking us off.
Bájale el carro, apágalo y bájate.
Aquí.
Bájate, cabrón.
Oh,
Bájate,
English,
carro, no.
English.
Bájalo. Dale, bájate. Dale, bájate.
Sorry,
Ahí pégate al camión.
where should I park? Here?
Ahí pégate, por favor. Baja.
English.
Vamos, bájate. Ahí, ya, dale. Abre las piernas. Pásame tu mano.
Oh my god, what's happening?
Tu mano. ¿Tienes anillo? ¿Tienes anillo?
Please, what's happening?
Someone speak English to me?
Please, inglés, por favor.
Chocó una moto.
I don't know.
Cuando te dije que no podías dar vueltas, te dije no puedes dar vueltas, cerraste las puertas, cerraste las
So
ventanas
we were
y
leaving.
diste la vuelta y está la moto y la apachurraste toda.
Son 10, 24. Queda detenido por los daños.
Please,
Los daños.
please, inglés. No hablamos español.
No hablo.
What are we supposed to do? Please.
10-4.
Please let us go. Vamos, vamos. Louis been arrested. Oh my god, Louis just been arrested. What the fuck is happening? Louis! Louis, what can I do?
Lock yourself inside.
Oh my god. They've just cuffed Louis. Please. Please.
Las llaves del bus.
I can't. No sabo.
Hey, pregúntale las llaves del camión.
¿Qué es el problema? No
Impacto con otro automóvil, con otro vehículo.
Gráficas, por favor, del taxi 01, así como 624, por favor.
No sabemos qué es el problema.
Baje, de favor. Down.
No, please.
El camión se va a llevar al corralón. Baje, por
No,
favor.
please.
Baje, por favor.
Oh, no, where is he going? ¿Dónde? Please, ¿dónde? Louis,
Escucha aquí
I think you hit something, and I think you're gonna impound the bus. No, please, can I talk to him? Please, yo hablo con él, por favor. Por favor, hablo con él. Okay, how can I release him? I cannot drive. So no tengo licencia. Es posible Aquí porque no tengo licencia. Okay, so I go with my ID and I pay and then he gets released?
Yeah.
Okay.
You understand everything that they
Oh,
say?
please, you speak English. No, I don't.
Okay, what he's explaining to me is that your boyfriend or
Yes.
the guy,
Yeah.
by turning here, he hit one of the quadrimotos.
Oh, okay. We didn't
One of
know.
the officers.
Oh, we didn't know.
And
Can you please tell them that we didn't know just so that they
didn't
understand?
know. Ellos no sabían.
Yeah.
A ver, ¿sí me escuchas ahí?
I'm so sorry.
Mira, tuvimos una situación con una cuatrimoto, se la llevó un camión.
Van a ingresarlo por campesinos.
They're escorting me back to the police station. Gonna find somewhere to park, I guess. Raya is not happy, understandably. Wasn't planning on getting arrested today. I guess we're returning to the scene of the crime. This is the quad bike here that I hit accidentally. I thought I just hit that that red thing, but apparently I hit that quad bike. I'm currently getting escorted to somewhere where we can park the bus tonight. And they're saying tomorrow they're going to have a mechanic assess the quad bike that I accidentally reversed into, and then we have to pay a fine or whatever. Hopefully that's the end of it. Alright, I'm parked up. I think this is where they want me to stop for the night. Yeah, crazy. That was one of the craziest nights of my life.
Definitely the scariest night of my life.
I don't know where to begin. So, just to recap what happened. We drove into whatever this town's called. Mm-hmm. We drove in.
We looked on iOverlander for where we could park, and we found one place that said that it works for big rigs, that there's a huge parking lot that we could go to. So we were driving to that place.
And I looked on Google Maps, Street View, I saw there were trucks there, so I was like, cool, if there's trucks there, we can get there.
So we were driving, it was Saturday night, so there was like a lot of people out. It was a busy street. It was like just after sunset, like 8 p.m. Basically we got to, like, there was quite a tight turning and there was like tons of traffic, and then a police guy ran up to us and was like, no, he didn't speak English, and I didn't really understand what he was saying, but basically from my understanding he was saying like, you cannot turn down this road, it's too tight.
Yeah, you're not allowed. And then he was kind of like pointing back, like you have to go back.
Yeah, so we were like, oh, okay, so we need to turn around. But this was like, first of all he was shouting, and then there was like so much traffic stopping because of us.
It was chaotic.
It was super chaotic. So then we were like, okay, we're just gonna turn around super quickly and just get out of here, because clearly we're in the middle of like the center, we're not supposed to be here.
I was turning around, I was doing my best, but it's dark. Even with the backup camera, like, it's really hard to actually see what's going on. I managed to do a 3-point turn. As I was pulling away, the back end of the bus is so far from the wheels that it swings around. It swung around, and I saw that I'd like bumped into this red like plastic bollard, and that's all I thought had happened. I was like, okay, I've knocked the bollard, but you know, it's fine. It's not damaged anything. So we drove, and we were literally just like, let's just get out of here. Like, the bus is way too big to be here, so let's just find a spot where we can park up. I've been driving for hours, I was just exhausted. I was like, let's just get it done.
Apparently what had happened is the bus had hit like a quad bike thing that was parked there.
They kept on saying it was a motorcycle, but we realised it was this little police quad bike.
Yeah, that was parked in the corner.
But it looks like it got swiped basically by the back of the bus.
So I guess from their perspective, it was a hit and run, because we hit it and then we drove off. but we didn't know that we had hit it.
But still, we hit it. So like, definitely, I was at fault.
Yeah.
This isn't like, there's nothing wrong with what the police have done here tonight. Like, I totally get it.
The only problem is that it was the language barrier. That was what made everything scary. I think if we just knew what was happening, we would have been like, okay, we'll take care of it. We'll pay for the damage, you know. But it just like, it was, anyway. So we drove off.
Next thing we knew, we'd driven back up to the top of the hill. I was like looking at the gas station. I was like, maybe we can park in there. Next thing we knew, there was a police truck to my left. Another police car suddenly came out of nowhere and like blocked us off. And then maybe a third, or like a motorbike.
There were a few, yeah.
It was basically like what you see in the movies when like police cars like screech in front of you and like stop you. They were screaming, shouting for me to get up. I don't know what was going on.
And no one spoke one word of English.
No.
So, and we have very limited Spanish, so we're like trying.
Especially in a panic situation. Raya's normally really good, and you were really good tonight. But with the panic and like the stress, obviously like, it's hard to like focus on what's being said. So I didn't know what's been said. They asked me to put my hands on the side of the bus. And then next thing I knew, they were putting handcuffs on me, telling me I was getting arrested. And then,
but still at this point, we didn't even know that you'd hit the vehicle.
No.
So we were still like, what is happening?
I
Like,
thought
why
it was
is he getting
because
arrested?
I didn't show the actual license to the policeman.
Yeah.
I thought maybe they thought we'd just run away. I don't know. Anyway, next thing I knew, they literally threw me in the back of a pickup truck. I didn't have anything on me, not my phone or anything.
And drove off.
And drove off. And then Raya was stuck with the bus.
The bus is parked in the, not even parked, just in the middle of
the road. They didn't even let me like pull it over.
Yeah.
And I'm just panicking. Honestly, not really for myself, because I've been in situations like this before, and I thought, you know, worst case scenario, it's not going to be too bad. But my main panic was Raya's left, looking after the bus, and everything we own is on here.
And I can't drive the bus.
She can't drive the bus.
Yeah.
And I'm more panicked about, firstly, how you're feeling. Like, I've really messed up because Raya doesn't like these situations. Most people don't like these situations.
Yeah.
And I just felt so gutted that I'd like put you in this scenario, and for you to see me being handcuffed and like
that was like
driven off.
So scary, because I knew he didn't have his phone on him and he doesn't speak any Spanish at all, so no offense.
They were trying to talk to me the whole time in the pickup truck. I was like, I don't know what you're saying.
I can't, I don't know where they're taking him. I can't even communicate with him. It was just so scary. So anyway, when he was gone, again, like, people were I was trying to use Google Translate to like talk to the police. There was like 5 different police people, men and women, outside. And finally this one guy came up, just like a guy on the street who spoke English as well. And so he started translating for us, and I could just tell right away that he was like, oh, I swear he was like an angel, because he was just so kind, and I could tell that I could trust him right away. So he was talking to them and translating, and then I understood what had happened. And then I was like, can we just pay? Like, we'll pay for damages. We just want to go. Like, because at first they said, oh, you're going to need to go, because it's Saturday today. They're like, you're going to need to go in a hotel and then come get the bus on Monday. And even the guy who was translating this, he was like, if that happens, you need to take everything you can, because they will come in and take things from the bus.
Yeah, I've heard this before as well. Like, the worst thing that could happen is your vehicle's impounded, because it's not protected when it's impounded. I mean, technically we're impounded now. We're in like a locked
anyway, but that's at the end of the story. But anyway, so he was like, you need to take everything with you, and obviously I'm like, everything we own is on this bus. So I was just like, please, we can go pay right now. I will pay whatever it is, like, let's not wait till Monday. And I was like, we need to get him out. Like, I don't know if he's in jail right now, I don't know what's happening, but we just need to sort it out. So anyway, and then another miracle, because they were like, you need to drive the bus to park it, and I was like, I can't drive the bus. So another random guy on the street is like, oh, I can drive the bus. And at first they were like, okay, we can go park it like 2 miles away, like somewhere random. And then the guy who was translating was like fighting for us. He was like, no, they're not gonna park there, like, let's just park over here. And he talked the police into it. So the other guy parked, by the way, he like could not figure out how to turn it off.
Oh, did you tell him?
Yeah, but I couldn't find the wrench. We were like looking for the wrench for ages, because this is like, buses have broken. Anyway, we parked the bus, and then the guy who was translating, his name was Juan, he was like, do you want me to come with you to help you? And I was like, can you wait here with the bus because I trust you? Because he said that wasn't a safe area to park. And I was like, I trust you. Please, can you wait with the bus? And thankfully he did. He was literally like on his way home to have dinner, and he waited outside of the bus for like 2 hours while we were taking care of everything. I gave him a chair, and he was like, lock everything up, take as much as you can. I took our bags, like cameras, laptops, passports, like the quickest thing to take. But he, I'm just so grateful for him, and I could tell that he was like such a kind human, and he took my phone number so that we could communicate. So anyway, and then the one policeman that was left at the end of this was on a motorcycle, so they couldn't drive me back, so then we had to like get a taxi. Anyway, we get a taxi. During the
time all this has happened, I'd been in the police station. They were like interrogating me, asking me all these questions, but to be honest, they just kept on saying, as soon as there's an English speaking policeman that they got there, he was just like, this is what's going to happen, you're going to have to pay for the damage and then you're free to go. But he was saying you're going to get arrested first.
Really?
He was like, you're going to get arrested, then you're going to have to pay. So I guess I got arrested very briefly, and then they must have released, because he's like, you're not going to get detained.
Okay.
So...
Okay, so then I get there, and the whole time I'm like, yeah, like, has Louis been thrown in prison? Like, what is happening? So
and I kept on asking, like, can you let me know if Raya's alright? It's like, can you see if my fiance's okay? Because I was just really worried for you.
So then I get there, and I see that Louis is okay, and that's like, yeah, just saved everything. And then also the police, they were like, oh yeah, you can pay tonight and go. And we're like, after I fought for that a long time. So I was like, okay, we'll just go and pay. And honestly, I don't even care how much we have to pay. I just want to get out of the situation. So, so we get there, and then they start calling mechanics to figure out how much it's gonna cost, I guess. And we must have sat there for like an hour while they were just trying to call people, and there was one guy there who could translate English to us, and yeah, he was just like, yeah, we're waiting, and then he was like, oh, because they were like, do you have cash on you? And I was like, yeah, I have cash. And then he was like, I will help you, I'll make sure it goes really quick.
And then he was like whispering, like,
just give me 500 pesos. And I was like, okay, literally,
he was whispering so the other police didn't hear him, but so I
gave him 500, and he was really helping us. And then he was like helping. He was like, yeah, okay. And I could tell that like they would say something, and he translate, and we're like, no, like we can't wait till Monday or whatever it is. And then he would talk back to them and like help us out of it. And then he asked for another 500, which honestly, I literally don't care. Like he is helping us.
The other police wanted to put us in make us pay to go and stay in a hotel.
The other people were like, we will take the bus, and you have to stay in a hotel, like all this stuff. We're like, we cannot leave the bus. Like everything we own is on that bus.
100% not.
We need to stay on the bus. So that was about 2 hours of like waiting around and calling and trying to figure out what was happening. And yeah. And then basically what we were able to like come to an agreement of is that Louis went to pick up the bus and park it we're right across the street basically from the police station.
I got escorted back.
Yeah.
As you saw.
So we're now just parked right in front of the police station in like a little gated thing. I guess this is all the garbage trucks or something. I don't know what this is, but and then they said tomorrow morning there's a mechanic coming to look at it and then say how much it's gonna cost, and we'll pay the amount that it's gonna cost to fix the ATV or whatever, the quad bike, tomorrow at 10 a.m. So that thankfully, like, the biggest blessing is that we're safe, and the second biggest is that the bus is okay and that we're able to stay on the bus and make sure everything is safe. So, is that everything?
Yeah. I mean, although it was a chaotic, crazy evening, I'm really grateful that it hasn't ended up too crazy. Because I hear about travel stories of, like, tourists getting detained for months even. I don't think that would happen in Mexico, but I could have easily spent the weekend in a jail.
Yeah.
We could have had our things stolen if we weren't careful.
Yes, there were a lot of amazing miracles that happened that just, if that guy wasn't there, just so grateful for so much.
And then the only thing that I do need to figure out is when, I guess, I sideswiped that ATV and the bollard thing, the bikes that are on the back kind of bent out of position. So I don't know how much repair that's going to need, but those are like hanging on the back now. So I'm going to have a look at that after we decompress a little bit, because I feel like adrenaline is still pulsing through my body right now.
Yeah, basically the suit, I mean, we stayed super calm in there, and I'm really proud of myself, especially for like staying calm. But as soon as we got on the bus, I just like cracked, because it was just, I mean, it was a terrifying situation. And I mean, we haven't even had dinner, but I don't even know if I can eat. I think I just want to go to bed. And we need to figure out, from now on, we're only staying in paid campgrounds that we know we can get into.
Yeah.
And we're gonna leave early in the morning on driving days to always arrive like afternoon. So if any problems happen, we have plenty of time. It's daylight.
I think we're so used to, after this year, just very like spontaneously to figuring things out on the go, and like
both in the US and Europe.
Stopping in random places, but I just feel like Central America is not the place to do that.
And again, the biggest thing is just the language, because I fully understand from their perspective that they thought we did a hit and run, and then they came talking to us and we can't communicate with them. As soon as I was able to tell the other guy, like, we had no idea, we're so sorry, of course we'll pay for the damages, everything calmed down. But it's just that for like our Spanish is not good enough for situations like this.
And that's on us. Like me, I'm like really want to learn Spanish. Obviously, us moving to Costa Rica and all this traveling, like it
but
is.
Also, I mean, we have been learning Spanish, but we don't. I mean, how are we gonna learn these words? Like, how am I gonna know what a quad bike is? Like, all of these words that are not in my Duolingo.
You crashed into the quad bike. I'm like.
Yeah, these are not like normal Spanish lesson words. So.
Anyway, so we're safe.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go to bed now. We're gonna drive tomorrow and try and find somewhere. We could find somewhere closer. But basically the priority is leave pretty early, find a safe RV park, and
we just need to chill. I think.
Chill.
I think I just want to like watch Netflix all day and do the opposite of what I was doing tonight.
Yeah. I feel like this is definitely a crazy adventure, and both of us, I wouldn't say this is the most adventurous season of my life. I feel like we're both really excited about getting down to Costa Rica. I am excited about this road trip, but I'm aware as well, like
also I think, like we were saying, I think our priority now is just to get down safely. And the beauty of being based in Costa Rica is that we can come to Guatemala, we can go out to all these places with like plans and rent a car and go to hotels, and there's just a lot of roads that this bus is not built for. Like most of these towns in Mexico, and I think all the way down, are like colonial towns that have tiny cobblestone streets. So they're not made for this. So I think we just stick to highways and paid campgrounds, and like obviously still have fun and explore as much as possible, but like safety is #1 priority for me for the rest of the trip.
Anyway,
we'll see you tomorrow. We'll give you an update, I guess, with what happens in the morning.
If you're new to this channel,
hopefully
this isn't a normal video. This isn't a normal video. Normally we're sharing the positives and the nice experiences of doing bus life. And check out the rest of the videos on my channel, subscribe. And we'll see you in the next video.
Costa Rica?
Sí. We're having a wedding. We're getting married in Costa Rica.
Oh.
Sí.
Yeah. Mi casa.
Sí.